Okay, we have one on river management. First of all, you want to read the extract. So it says the Umzimvu River is one of the most important rivers in South Africa. Located in the Eastern Cape province, the river has its source in the northern region of the Eastern Cape, in the Matatiele Mount Fletcher area near Lesotho border. Umzimvu River flows with meanders and bends in a generally southeasterly direction and flows into the Indian Ocean through an impressive gorge known as Gates of St. Joe into a mouth located in Port St. John's. Okay, it is approximately 400 kilometers long with a catchment area of 19,853 square kilometers. Although it is one of South Africa's major rivers, the Umzimbu River basins are largely developed. Presently, this river is part of the Umzimbu Keiskamma Water Management Area. The river is facing a number of challenges originating from illegal sand dealers who are tampering with river banks, illegal dumping, unauthorized fishing, and lack of water testing points. As a result, the quality of water in this river has been deteriorating. What are river testing points? So, river testing points are basically areas or points in which the water is tested in a river, right? So, question 2.4.1 says define the term river management. It's basically the process of managing water resources or river water resources, right? The process of managing water sources resources. Number two, what are the challenges faced by the Umzimvu River according to the extract? So, according to the extract, the river is facing a number of challenges, okay, originating from illegal sand dealers. That's number one. Number two, it's illegal dumping, right? Number three, unauthorized fishing and a lack of water testing points. Right. 2.3.4, why are water testing points important? So the reason why is to ensure that water is safe for consumption. Water is safe for consumption. Right. The Umzimvu River is in the lower course. Substantiate your view. Okay, so let's look at the extract again. So they said the Umzimvu River flows with meanders and bends. Meanders and bends. Where do we find meanders generally? Generally, we find meanders in the middle course and the lower course. So the reason is because the river has meanders, right? Can I type? Okay, I can't type. The river has meanders. Now, my favorite part, the paragraph question. In a paragraph of approximately 8 lines, explain strategies that could be implemented in order to make Umzimvu River to become a sustainable source of water. So basically, how can we manage this river so that it lasts longer, right? So there are a few points here that you can list. There's a lot, but let's start with everyone's favorite, raising awareness, right? Raise awareness on of raise awareness about the importance of the Umzimvu River as a water source, right? You see how you give a point and then you substantiate. That's how I want you to answer these questions. So you raise awareness, right? About the importance of the Umzimvu River as a water source. Obviously, on your book, it's going to be quite short compared to this one. Number 2, you could reduce deforestation, right? Reduce deforestation to avoid soil erosion. Now let's look at one of these river profiles, right? Okay, there's basically damn. Okay, so if you take a look at this river profile, okay, this is the water, right? So on the sides of the river, on the river banks, as you can see, there's this kind of lump-ish. So if there's soil erosion, this part is going to basically disappear, right? It's going to be flattened out, and what happens when it's flattened out is that you are no longer going to have a river. If you take a look at this, now this is flattened out, and yeah, you're no longer gonna have a river here. The water is just going to disperse like this, or it's going to just dry out because of surface area and stuff. So this is why you want to generally reduce deforestation, but also when you reduce deforestation, remember the trees are going to trap and filter out some waste, right? And I'm going to use that point. So reduce deforestation to avoid soil erosion, or to reduce, because there will be soil erosion because of the river, but it's vertical soil erosion, it's downward cutting, right? Now if you've watched my first video, I did say avoid using generic terms so that you can have more points. So now, since I didn't use a generic term here, I can basically say plant more trees, right? Plant more trees around the river to trap and filter waste. To trap and filter waste. See, we're left with 1 point now. And for the last point, you can introduce bylaws. Bylaws against illegal dumping or pollution, right, near the river. Against illegal dumping. Notice how I didn't say introduce bylaws and left it there. I didn't say plant more trees and left it there. I didn't say reduce deforestation. I didn't say raise awareness. I gave this in a paragraph form. This ensures that you get your 8 marks, right? So I'll see you in the next video.